Tonight, a Customs and Border Protection agent is in the hospital after he was ambushed while coming out of the grocery store. The young man police say shot him is dead. Thank you for joining us. I'm Heather Crawford.
And I'm Anthony Austin. So the scene played out at the Publix at Oakleaf Commons this afternoon. The suspect, just an 18-year-old who has not officially been identified. He did die at the scene from what we're told is a self-inflicted gunshot wound.
And First Coast News' Hani Rodriguez got to the scene right after this happened. And Hani, I know you talked to several witnesses today who heard this all unfold.
That's right, Heather. And first, I want to show you what the scene looks like here, the aftermath at the Publix. I'm going to show you someone brought this rose right here and dropped it off for that suspect who, as you mentioned, shot himself here. There are still some blood stains here on this parking spot here. And this car, as you can see, this was the aftermath from the crash. We know several cars were also shot at during this whole incident here at the Publix in Oakleaf. Now, I spoke to several witnesses who heard and saw things, and I spoke with a group of younger teens who tell me they knew the suspect. They also shared with me a video that the suspect, they say, shared on Snapchat. He was following what appears to be an officer in uniform. Again, we are not showing you that video or naming the suspect because police have not yet confirmed the name or the name of that agent with us. But first, take a listen to what witnesses here had to say.
All of a sudden, I heard 3 gunshots ring out.
And what we saw was chaos.
That is how witnesses we spoke with described the scene in this Publix parking lot at Oakleaf Commons Tuesday afternoon.
You could hear them say, hey, get over here right now, we have a pulse. And then the ambulance kind of rerouted and went and got the officer.
The Clay County Sheriff's Office say the call came in around 3 p.m. about an officer with Customs and Border Protection who was carrying groceries to his personal vehicle when a suspect drove up behind him and shot him several times. Police have not identified the suspect, but told us he was an 18-year-old who had an active drug warrant.
We're not exactly sure what the motive was behind this. The officer was wearing police clothing, a badge, and a shoulder holster.
Witnesses tell us something didn't seem right.
They stated that it just seems like one guy was extremely paranoid. He felt like a guy was following him, and that's when he turned around and opened fire, shot him several times.
Police have not yet released the officer's name. We asked if the officer was targeted, and police say although it appears that way, it is too early in the investigation to say.
It is disturbing. It's something we live with each and every day, knowing that going out in our community there are individuals that would target us just for the badge we wear on our chest.
Our thoughts are certainly with an officer and his family who we know underwent surgery earlier today and is recovering in the hospital. For now, in Orange Park, I'm Hani Rodriguez, First Coast News on your side.